bay gelding, he galloped off towards General Jackson's position. "The Army of the Potomac cannot hope to resist us, not after this," Colonel Chilton said. "Philadelphia lies open to our men, and Baltimore, and Washington itself." "I'd not relish attacking the works those people have placed around Washington city," Lee replied. "But you are of course correct, Colonel. That possibility is available to us. Another consideration we cannot dismiss is the probable effect of our victory here upon England and France, both of whom have, President Davis tells me, been debating whether they should extend recognition to our new nation." "They'll have the devil's own time not doing it now," Chilton declared. "Either we are our own nation or we belong to the United States. Those are the only two choices." He laughed and pointed toward the smoke-befogged battlefield. "Abe Lincoln can't say we're under his tyrant's thumb, not after this." "Diplomacy is too arcane a subject for a poor, simple soldier to vex his head over its niceties and peculiarities," Lee said. "But on this occasion, Colonel Chilton, I found it impossible to disagree with you." 4 November, the White House, Washington, D.C. Both horses that brought Lord Lyon's carriage to the White House were black. So was the carriage itself, and the cloth canopy stretched over it to protect the British minister from the rain. All very fitting, Lord Lyons thought, for what is in effect a funeral. "Whoa," the driver said quietly, and pulled back on the reins. The horses, well-trained animals both, halted in a couple of short, neat strides just in front of the entrance of the American presidential mansion. The driver handed Lord Lyons an umbrella to protect himself against the rain for the few steps he'd need to get under cover. "Thank you, Miller," Lord Lyons said, unfurling the umbrella. "I expect they will make you and the animals comfortable, and then bring you back out here to drive me off to the ministry upon the conclusion of my appointment with President Lincoln." "Yes, sir," the driver said. Lord Lyons got down from the carriage. His feet splashed in the water on the walkway as he hurried toward the White House entrance. A few raindrops hit him in the face in spite of the umbrella. Miller chirruped to the horses and drove off toward the stable. In the front hall, a colored servant took Lord Lyons' hat and overcoat and umbrella and hung them up. John Nicolay stood waiting patiently while the servant tended to the British minister. Then Lincoln's personal secretary, Lincoln's de facto chief of staff, said, "The President is waiting for you, sir." "Thank you, Mr. Nicolay." Lord Lyons hesitated, but then, as Nicolay turned away to lead him to Lincoln's office, decided to go on. "I would like the President to understand that what I do today I do as the servant and representative of Her Majesty's government, and that in my own person I deeply regret the necessity for this meeting." "I'll tell him that, Your Excellency." Nicolay sounded bitter. He was a young man. He could hardly have had more than 30 years, and had not yet learned altogether to subsume his own feelings in the needs of diplomacy. "When you get right down to it, though, what difference does that make?" When you got right down to it. American idiom, Lord Lyons thought. It made very little difference. He was silent as he followed Nicolay upstairs. But for the personal secretary and the one servant, he had seen no one in the White House. It was as if the rest of the staff at the presidential mansion feared he bore some deadly, contagious disease. And so, in a way, he did. John Nicolay seated him in an antechamber outside Lincoln's office. "Let me announce you, Your Excellency. I'll be back directly." He ducked into the office, closing the door after himself. Lord Lyons hoped he was delivering the personal message with which he had been entrusted. He emerged almost as quickly as he had promised. "President Lincoln will see you now, sir." "Thank you, Mr. Nicolay," Lord Lyons repeated, striding past the secretary into the office of the President of the United States. Abraham Lincoln got up from behind his desk and extended his hand. "Good day to you, sir," he said in his rustic accent. Outwardly he was as calm as if he reckoned the occasion no more than an ordinary social call. "Good day, Mr. President," Lord Lyons replied, clasping Lincoln's big hand in his.